All right, BMW bros, the purple M3 is back. As you can see, it looks like every other purple and other colored E36 M3 on the planet, where there's freaking crap everywhere. So we're going to take you all, do a walk around, update you on what I've done, where I'm at on different projects, and why this whole thing is torn apart. We're going to start to really dig in to get the finer detail done, get mechanical stuff done, and then I would suspect the car will be, to my spec in probably 5 or 6 months, something like that. So we got a little bit of work to do. So in the front, the car just got back from paint. I did most of the front clip repaint, and so the hood has been repainted. Of course, it got a freaking little baby rock chip on the way here. I'm not doing PPF. I mean, this car is not going to be highway tailgating people. We're going to get some patina, some rock chips over time. But we painted, I had the whole front clip painted, the hood painted, and we painted down. I'll show you over here on this side so you can see. So we painted down to this trim piece. This had some gouging and some marring from having the wrong size reflectors in, and so the color match is freaking perfect. The texture is one of those things that the texture on this is now way better than the texture here, but it looks good. It looks really sharp. The reason the front bumper's off is, well, first I was putting a new lip on. So I was putting a new front lip on, and so Jose left the bumper off, and I knew that we'd have to do the headlights, but he had put the kidney grill section back on after painting it. I had to take it back off because of the Euro headlights. The Euro headlights wouldn't fit. Maybe it's just because of the year 96, but it wouldn't fit past the grill here, the bottom part of the grill. So I took the whole grill off, so now it's apart. And since we're doing that, since we're doing all this now, I'm going to hold off, slow my roll here, because what I was planning on doing was putting the whole front together, putting the windows back in, driving around a little bit, and then send it off the interior. But since this is all taken apart, rather than putting it back together and breaking tabs and screws and things like that, I think the smarter thing to do would be to let's do our cooling system now. So we're going to do cooling and part of the power steering. I just still don't have a steering rack, but we can change the steering rack without taking this back apart in the future when I actually finally get one. And so in the front here, new front lip, the kidney grills have been painted black, the Euro headlights, I don't know when and where I'm going to get clear side markers, so I'm going to clean these up with a dry ice machine. I cleaned it up a little bit by hand, but I'm going to get this, refreshed, and we'll run the ambers for a while until I can get a hold of some clear side markers at some point. But look at the difference between even a really well sorted set of OE plastics versus a OE set of glass, Euro projectors. That's totally my style there. And of course, some of you that you're thinking, well, why wouldn't you do modern LEDs? I think you want to go to the best of what fits the era, and I think that halogen projectors are probably our best option. So it's still a halogen bulb. Was it a 9004 or 9005 bulb in there? But you can see the projector lens, which was the sort of state of the art at the time. So once we put the headlights in, I've got from Mr. Brett Raymond and M Autosport. I think it's M Sport. What's his company called? It's called. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, MSP, msportparts.com. So Brett sent me, and it is a 9005 bulb. So he sent me a US USDM to Euro harness or adapter, so I can very cleanly tie this up. I know that he talks about cutting it and hardwiring it, but I'd rather do the cheat way, the easy way. So he makes these things. He had one made up for me, and so this will make our connection point really simple. So, the engine bay, not a whole heck of a lot to do other than once we do the cooling system, do the power steering system, the engine runs freaking strong. So I think we're in good shape. I've already done the fluids, coils, plugs, Of course, you know, dining strut tower bar up front here. And then we have TC Klein. I've the TC Klein set up for this car on it now, but I do have an Öhlins TTX set coming at some point, which will be just next level awesome. So coming down the side here, none of this was painted. This is all stock. You can see, we'll have a video on this here soon, but you can see we replaced the rubber. We replaced the inner rubber. I replaced the entire shadow line, like, I guess it's not shadow line, but the, you know, the whatever this plastic, rubberized plastic, entire trim piece that goes all the way down the side of the door. So I had the windows out, replaced this piece. There's an inner rubber gasket that runs inside of here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces have all been replaced and refreshed. We're about to shoot a video here. This isn't bad, but now it doesn't look so good next to the brand new rubber. And so you got a little sheen, a little shine to it, probably from waxes and stuff getting on it over the years and sun bleaching it. So we're gonna do a quick little change on that. The mirrors have been painted. But you can see how nice and clean this looks. I'm gonna end up buying a new door sill rubber gasket as well, which would be, you know, I think take it to the next level. I just did the rear gasket here, so still got my fingerprints all over it, but I did the rear gasket around the window. Painted the spoiler, painted the trunk. We didn't need to paint the bumper, and I'm waiting to find hopefully some Euro tail lights, as well as waiting for IND to get their black painted. All they really do is paint this chrome edge black, and so I'll do the IND black version of the BMW badges on the front and rear. So waiting for those to come back in stock. This fender had some sort of damage. Doesn't appear that it had any kind of collision, so there wasn't any Bondo or anything on it, but it was a really bad repaint. So maybe there was a big key or a gouge or scratch or something that was repaired, and the paint started flaking off when I started removing the rubber, you know, the sticky stuff from the rubber. But you can see this is what the window looked like yesterday before we put the window back in. Or again, about to make a video on this showing, you know, how we did this whole gasket all the way down. And then notice I have replaced this side, and so I did replace this door piece. This is tricky to get because I already bought one. This is the second one. I bought one new one and it was all wobbly and we couldn't get it straightened out, and so I just ate it and bought another one, and so that's been done. These have been done and replaced. So we replaced the gasket around the inside and also the door handle. Because of the dry ice cleaning, I don't think I need to replace all the side molding pieces, so that they're looking pretty good. The rear's obviously TC Klein as well, suspension, and then the wheels are what were these? Yeah, style 24 M. So these are the non-lightweight. It's like a lightweight version, but the same version just without the stamping. But they're brand new. I got from ECS Tuning with some brand new PS4Ss. So I do have a set of E37s, which is, you know, based on the E88. It's a 17-inch version of an E88 that are going to be silver, and those I'm getting from Slicer should be here. I haven't called one. It should be here at some point soon. We've got some custom offsets, and we'll be doing those wheels as well. The Brembo brakes are done as well. So, what was it 332, 328? I think we did 4-piston calipers, and then the brake lines are, you know, the Brembo stainless brake lines. I do need to get, probably going to need to borrow Brett's bleeder, but there's a TSB on these cars, and when you bleed them, so I bled out all the air, but there's still some air trapped in the ABS system, so the pedal still feels a little squishy. So exterior, once I get everything done this time, on my Civic I didn't do this, but on this car, once I get all this stuff done, get the power steering, get it all put back together, then I'm going to polish and coat it. Until then, it's going to live dirty for now, the way it looks. But I don't think I really need to do any other exterior body work. The whole underside of the car has been dry ice cleaned. The car already was pretty darn clean from the beginning. I forget, did we replace this? I think we did.
That whole thing on the cow.
Oh no, I think we didn't we? I think we did. No, I don't think I did. I did replace the wiper arms and the wiper blades when going to OEM blades. I do have a anti-gravity battery in here, and those are the sort of the big things here on the exterior that we're going to get done. But you know, the exterior is coming together. Should be done with this here soon. Now the big project coming is the interior. So notice the door panel's out. We wanted to see what was behind here. Plus we thought we had to take it apart to get this out, which you don't. But I've got new door cards. We've got the fabric. I've got new Recaro Speed 5s that are going to replace the Vaders. No, I'm not selling the Vaders. The Vaders are going to get wrapped in a bubble wrap enclosure and put in the attic and stored for some rainy day some in the future. But we're going to do a new headliner. I'm going to leave the steering wheel. I've already done the shift boot and the e-brake. We did the sag and the glove box, doing a new glove box. That's been done. So the main things that are coming is the rear and front door cards are getting replaced with new door cards, new fabrics. We're going to do a new headliner. We have to fix this part behind the seat. There's a little trim piece that melted that I'm going to have wrapped, wrapped in Alcantara or something like that. There's a piece that runs here that cleans up that gap. And I also have BAV sound as well. So we're going to do BAV sound with a Porsche design head unit that's been modified to remove the Porsche design part of it. That's an old school looking, old school original air cooled looking head unit with Apple CarPlay. It's going to be pretty sweet. If anybody has a line or has a set of floor mats, we can't get floor mats. They show in stock everywhere, but when you order them, they're like, what are they, 3 inches too small? They look stupid. So if anybody has any line on that or has a set laying around, I'll buy them from you. And I really need a set of floor mats for this thing, because I like the OE floor mats. I bought some Luxe mats, but they don't fit either. It's terrible. I'm not really an aftermarket floor mat kind of guy. ZHP shift knob. I have a UUC short shift kit with the, what's that other linkage piece down underneath, Mike? What's that thing called? Yeah, so the selector rod, I have that as well, which will be done. I got to drop the drive shaft, and I have the new drive shaft plate, that new thing to replace. And then, but the Recaro Speeds are going to be wrapped in the same gray Alcantara and the same interior, the same, what's this stuff called again? Yeah, the M-Cross interior. It's all leaving me. Sunroof works great. I don't think I need a new seal or anything for that. The front windshield looks pretty good, so I don't need to mess with that. So the big thing in the interior will be stereo, seats, Alcantara headliner to match, BAV sound. Again, I'm not looking for audiophile grade quality. I just want something decent. And so the BAV sound system will bolt right into the factory setup, and with that aftermarket head unit will look really, really cool. Because the other head unit, I don't have the code for, it doesn't work. So I probably have to go to BMW to get that unlocked. So yeah, the cars, as you can see, we've got a lot of work to do. This was already a great example that I think most people would have just accepted. Said, man, this is great. I'm just going to keep it the way it is, put some wheels and tires on it. But I want this if this is going to be a keeper, I mean, this is a 36,000 mile car that was in really, really great condition. Most of the things that we're fixing are things that are just normal melty. It wasn't abused, wasn't misused. It's just, from time, BMW, a lot of this old German stuff tends to get real, melty, like the door cards fall apart and the fabric separates. And so we're going to repair and fix all of that stuff. And then, of course, the modifications like Brembo's just brings the car, makes it stop and make it a little more enjoyable with a better suspension. I don't intend to really do much with the engine. Maybe someday if I got bored with it, I'd do some sort of engine build, like do it to a Euro spec inline six. But I think I'm going to leave that alone and just enjoy the car as is. I have a dyno and rear section coming. Right now there's a boreless section on there. I think Mike's talked me out of doing headers. I think I'm just going to leave that alone as well. But this is coming together. It's going to be a really nice example of an E36 once I get it all done. getting the paint. I was really torn on doing paint. But once this started flaking off and I didn't have a choice, I chased it a little bit, painting the trunk, painting the rear spoiler, painting the front clip. So yeah, that's my E36, and I can't wait to get it set up so I can actually go drive the darn thing. That's what I'm excited for. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for lots more videos. We're going to have quite a few little maintenance videos on it here, and then it will disappear and get the interior done. We'll probably be gone for a couple of months, and it'll come back, and we'll start to do some more content with it. Thanks for watching, and guess I'll see you BMW guys soon. See you soon.